you know? What did you know? They were kind of. You probably didn't know them that well, did you?
Oh, I didn't know it was.
Yeah.
Brad,
Oh,
tell the
I
tape
didn't
what you're
know
talking
them.
about.
I knew the kids. I knew Dean and Newell and Warren and who's the other one?
Well, let's start with. Tell us about Newell. You knew Newell.
I just knew Newell barely. He was a kid from Sherwood. And I went to Monroe, and he went to Richfield. Yeah, so I didn't know them real well. They were good kids.
Yeah.
Knew was about my age, maybe a little younger.
A little younger, I think.
I think. You know, I was born in 18. He was born probably in 22, 21, or maybe.
He was Hal's age.
Yeah, he was 1920 then.
Yeah.
20,
So,
21.
were you and Fawn married when the war ended? You were, weren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you got married during the war.
Yeah, during the war.
So you were back from the service when they had his. Well, they brought him back several years later and buried him in Annabelle.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I Newell.
Newell did, yeah.
Oh, is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what about Dean? Tell me about Dean. Did you know him a little better?
Yeah, not much. I think they were more
Yeah, different country.
Yeah. But I knew him, but barely. I don't even know Dee's wife's name anymore.
Betty.
Who?
Betty. I think
Oh,
it's
you're talking
Betty.
about Dean.
Dean. I'm talking about Dean.
About Dean.
Oh, I'm talking about Dean. So did you know Dean better?
Oh, I knew Dean better, yeah. They got married when he got out of the service and got back here. And they lived up here on the corner, a block east and a block north in the brick house on the corner that belonged to Theory and Christensen, and they lived in the basement when they got married. Betty, her name was Betty.
Yeah. And then they moved up to Salt Lake
Yeah.
sometime.
Yeah, and they never come back no more. Very little.
I think he had a hard time after the war. Well, he wasn't alone. A lot of people did.
Oh, yeah, a lot of people did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here in town, then the girls stayed. Vera lived here, and her husband.
Yeah, Bill, they lived over here a block, 2 blocks over, and a half a block south.
Madge.
And who?
Madge Gleave.
Madge.
Didn't they live here?
Oh, Madge lived right up here. Madge, a block over here and a block south, right in the corner there. Madge and Bob.
And Lavelle. Lavelle and her husband lived here too.
Lavelle.
Yeah.
Lavelle. You're throwing me a curve here. I know. The only Lavelle I knew, they lived a block south, and they were Robertses.
Yeah, Roberts.
She married Clyde and Dale Roberts. His name was Dale. And he was a brother to Elton Roberts and a son of Kelly. They lived here up in a block east of here.
I see.
The Madge Graves, they lived on the other corner, the opposite corner from this house over here.
So those, and then of course Ray and Shen lived here. They
Yeah.
stayed in Annabelle.
Yeah. Well, they bought the house from Herbie Graves, who was Madge's brother-in-law, and they moved it from down the highway down here, out of town. Before you got to the bridge, they moved it up here,
Oh.
and that's where Shannon and
Ray.
Ray lived. He's still sitting over there.
Is it?
Yeah.
So, well, you know, Lizzie Daniels and her husband,
Weed Daniels?
didn't they have a store?
Yeah. He had a store.
Wid.
There
Wid was
that
his
house.
name.
Huh?
Wid.
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 Yeah. Weed Daniels.
Yeah.
And Lizzie. She was the second. She first married a Hendrickson.
Right.
She had Berla and Clay. They were her kids by Hendrickson. And then Wood's wife died, so he married. She got divorced. She married Wood. Lizzie. She was a Tuttle.
She was a Tuttle. Right.
Yeah.
They said she had a beautiful voice.
Oh, I'm not aware of her being much of a singer. We'd thought he was a good singer. We thought he was a fine singer.
Ask him to tell some stories.
Had their own opinion.
Yeah. What about what?
Ask him to tell some stories. We like
Well,
stories.
any stories about those Tuttle girls that you remember?
Who?
Oh, the Tuttles.
Oh, I didn't know any Tuttles except Bill Tuttle.
You knew Bill. Did he sell the sewing machines?
No, it wasn't Bill. That was
Leland?
Leland. Leland Tuttle. He was a sewing machine salesman. And he was a brother to Hattie.
Right, younger brother.
Yeah. To Hattie.
There were 3 boys.
Yeah. There was Bill
Bill,
and
Leland.
Leland and one more. The one that lived up north. Lived in Ogden or somewhere to start with.
Well, his name was James, but they didn't call him James. Franklin? James Franklin.
No. No, Frank. No. He lived up in Ogden.
Did he? Yeah,
What's his name? Huh.
anyway.
Yeah, that really got passed on him for a minute.
Do you remember
I think about these things. And
then it comes to you later? Yeah, I know how
comes
that
to me
works.
later. But right now, lost.
Ask him to tell some stories about Parley or
Well,
Hattie.
He didn't know Parley.
Do you know Hattie?
I knew.
What did they tell about Parley? What did he drank a lot?
Yeah, I guess he did. Probably didn't drink any more than most of the people around here, but like Willard over here, his brother Willard.
Willard Anderson?
Yeah, he lived over here in the next street.
Did he? Yeah.
He made a little booze.
Was that where they got their booze during the Prohibition? They make their own?
They made their own booze out in the hills. Down there by the old King Ranch, down at Sigurd. Up above in there, Bill Johnson made booze.
Up on the foot of the mountain? That King
road,
Ranch?
On the road to the mountain. The old Kings Meadow Canyon.
Is that by the buckboard?
Yeah. Oh, no.
No, not up there.
Just right up here and up down above Sigurd.
Oh, above Sigurd.
Just up the canyon. Right there, the old King Ranch.
Okay. That's where they'd have it still?
A lot of people call it the Nebuchadnezzar Ranch.
Okay.
But everybody has their own names. But Willard Anderson had a nice herd of sheep one time. Wool. He wouldn't sell the wool. He wanted, I think, quite a bit of money for it. And the bottom dropped out of the wool market and he couldn't even sell it. It broke him.
That broke him?
Yeah, that broke Willard. But I don't think Parley ever had any sheep. And I don't think Parley had the ambition for a lot of stuff. For the old ranch out there even. They bought that, had traded their ranch from the Fairbankses.
To get this one in the Black Hills?
Yeah.
That would have been a lot of work to have that ranch.
Oh boy. I'll say, when I was a little kid, Bliss owned the place. And I had to go at a reservoir up here below Water Canyon, right out here above the twist. Oh, we call it the twist. I used to have to go get the water in the morning, turn it loose, and follow it down to the old ranch. And then I have to go back at night and turn it off. So the kids would be all gone by that time anyway.
So I had to build up overnight.
Yeah, fill up overnight. So I go through and they had a pretty good little old farm down there. The lower stuff was a good farm. The upper stuff was nothing. It's sagebrush, rattlesnakes.
So Bliss owned it before Parley?
What?
Bliss owned it and then Parley owned it afterwards or before?
Are you talking about the old ranch?
Yeah. It doesn't matter.
Well, Bliss bought it from Vern Fairbanks.
Okay.
And Vern Fairbanks traded Hawley.
That's right.
Traded to Hawley for something over in Grass Valley. And
There's a lot of trading that went on, wasn't there?
yeah. Oh, yeah, a lot.
Well, here's a question for you. I noticed that a lot of people get married in Paiute County, in Circleville, or
Oh, yeah, you go
Why?
to Junction.
why'd they go there?
It was the county seat.
Why not go to Richfield?
Well, it was an adventure.
Get out of town, huh?
I suppose with the adventure we would go all the way to Paiute.
They eloped to Pilot.
The Junction, get married. They got to the Junction to get married. So they did.
Okay. Well. So, we were talking about the Jensens.
What?
Talking about Jack Jensen and the Jensen family. They owned a clothing store in Richfield, didn't they?
Yeah, over the corner. Yeah, Richfield Clothing. That store on the corner across from the whole hotel.
Yeah.
Well, not the hotel, but the apartment house.
So you went to school in Monroe?
Yeah.
South Sevier.
I went to Price until the 5th grade.
Okay.
Fourth grade.
I went to Price till the 9th grade.
Yeah, I was fifth grade, fourth grade. Oh, down here.
This was back home, wasn't it? You came home.
This was back home.
Yeah. And then you weren't here too long. Well, when you got married, when you and Fawn were married, did you stay here or head right to Glendale?
No, I was in the service when we got married. My mother lived here. My sisters lived here. They never got in the Daniels.
Oh. That's right. I knew you were tied into the Nebekers.
Yeah. Laurel never married my sister, Nell. And Brisbane, I was married to Laverne. He sets the book in there.
Okay. Yeah, all right.
I get some stuff you might be interested in looking at. Well, you get all that stuff together. If I know you, somebody's coming and ask me questions.
Well, we'll come. We're going to come in 2 weeks.
I can gather a lot in my mind and my personal stuff.
Well, what other question? What kind of farmer was Floyd?
Lazy. I think he was lazy.
Was he? Better.
But you farmed with horses and wagons. You had no tractors. He didn't have a tractor until he bought a little bitty Farmall A tractor. He had 3 workhorses. That was it. And a couple of riding horses. You had to have riding horses to go on the mountain.
Yeah.
But I don't think he didn't only have about 40 acres. Isn't very much.
No, that's not much.
But for 40 acres with a team and the horses to plow 40 acres takes you a month about. That's why farming is pretty hard work. Anyway.
Well, that's why you had to have the sheep too, I guess.
Yeah, and his dad had the sheep. Most of them. He bought the sheep from his dad.
Oh, did he?
I think so.
Well, I think he was in the sheep with V.
With who?
What, his brother V?
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 Not that I'm aware of. I don't think V. I never even seen V in my whole life. Only about once, and that was he lived up in Salt Lake. V and he married a lady from Marysville. I never knew V at all.
Did you know any of his brothers?
Well, Alvin didn't have any sheep either. But I think they sold their share of their dad's sheep to Floyd.
So Alvin had a pension though from World War One.
Let me go with government a little bit. A little pension. He said he got gassed. But I don't know.
He seemed all right.
I don't know anything about that.
There was Kay.
Yeah, I knew him.
Do you know Kay?
Yeah, he was a kid. He moved to Santa Clara. And that's when I first knew him, when he lived in Santa Clara. Then he became a truck driver for some truck line, and he lived in California in Whittier.
Oh?
And Fawn and I went over there 2 or 3 times and visited with him. Then he moved to Salt Lake, I think.
So what about Reed? Did you ever know Reed?
Reed, I met him. I knew him. He was the youngest brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew him, but not very well. Then he married somebody. But I think that was when it was from Salt Lake or down Santa Clara. I don't know. Down that way. I don't know.
Did you know, well, you did, Floyd's mother, Violet.
Oh, yeah. Knew Violet.
Did you ever know Nephi?
Yeah, Nephi. I didn't know Nephi much, except maybe seen him a couple of times.
Yeah. She lived a lot longer.
Oh, yeah.
Where did they live in Richfield?
Right there in the corner of that, just a block east of the bank. Richfield Commercial Bank.
Yeah?
A block this way on the corner. The guy's got that's where she lived.
That's,
Till she died.
that would be the northeast corner of that intersection.
Right. Northeast corner.
I know the girls all like to come and to stay with Grandma Richfield.
Well, yeah, she lived just a block. The old Larry Theater was just a half a block across the street down towards the main street.
Yeah.
In the middle of the block. They like to go in there. Fawn used to stay there, and your mother stayed there a lot.
I'll bet he could tell some fun stories about
Right
Grandpa
now,
Courtney
got a
and
barber shop
Grandma
on
Renee.
the corner where
I think I know where that's at. Yeah.
they built the new fire station right across the street.
Okay.
The old new fire station, they just finished it. Still working on the road.
Well, what do you remember about my dad, Courtney?
Oh, I remember quite a lot. We used to go on the mountain a lot. And as far as he worked for the telephone company all the time. And he was gone after the war. He went to Japan.
Yeah, Okinawa.
Okinawa. Yeah, he went over there. But that was more or less occupational.
Yeah, it wasn't the fighting was over with, I think.
Fighting was over with.
Yeah.
He worked on telephone company. And he moved to Salt Lake. They lived, well, maybe you remember that. And your little daughter, sister, died.
Yeah, Susan.
Yeah, Susan.
Did you remember Susan at all? Did you remember Susan?
Only the what Fawn would tell me more about how ill she was.
She never got out of the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I didn't know her.
We're coming in a couple of weeks, so you got a couple of weeks to get the other stuff together, and then we can talk about that.
All right.
Let's look at your picture book. Gotta end that, Terry. Where's that box of pictures of yours?